welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is the 30th and final part of our Pokemon Red playthrough. And here we are at the Indigo Plateau. We gotta...
Jesus Christ, dude.
we gotta use this music to level up our Dragonair up to his final
Lord,
form.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
at least we get to see him evolve. Oh, wow, I didn't know he learned Hyper Beam right at level 55.
Yeah, man. He's rip-roaring ready to go as soon as he evolves.
For a single-player playthrough, Hyper Beam isn't too bad if you've got a powerful enough Pokemon using it.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're using... namely, if you're using the shift style instead of set, where you can change Pokemon every time you defeat one. Because you can just use Hyper Beam and then switch out Dragonite to...
Yeah. I think a couple other Pokemon learn it too. Doesn't Gyarados learn it?
Mm-hmm.
It might be only 2.
Yeah, I think he gets it naturally, but I might be remembering that wrong. Anyway,
before we fight the Elite Four, I have an errand to run.
What?
Yeah, we
What are you doing, Trey?
We gotta go back to Lavender Town.
What are you doing? Oh, nicknames.
Yeah, we gotta change a nickname.
Yeah.
He's not a Bagon anymore.
Uh-huh.
He's a Dragonite. We gotta rename him.
It's to Salamence.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Nothing like that.
Why would you think I would name him Salamence after my favorite dragon?
Trey, did you turn into Ed Wynn for a little bit there? No, why would you get a silly idea like that?
Curse this cough drop for making me lisp.
It's weird that, like, in order to change what you call your Pokemon, you need to go to some dude who just looks at your Pokemon and just like, that name's alright, but I can do better.
Yeah, it's like, what do you need his opinion for?
He's like the only notary in the area, so everyone has to go to him.
Mermista, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's like you're one of those people that can't, like, form your own opinions, so you just need to, like, watch somebody else and just... you need to, like, listen to someone else's opinions and just recycle that.
Dan, that's not a very nice thing to say about your dear friend Joe.
Oh. Mermista, I chose that name because that's the name of the ocean chick in the new She-Ra on Netflix.
Ah, okay.
And I have a huge crush on Mermista. So I had to. She's got that, like, sarcastic Valley Girl voice going on, but it's also kind of raspy. I'm like, gosh dang it, I hate her, but I love her.
like Marge Simpson.
Yeah, yeah, kinda. Yeah, well, a little smoother.
Well, I guess Marge isn't really raspy. It's more like her family that is, like her mom and her sisters.
Yeah, that's just genetic.
Yeah.
So I gotta load up on potions and revives and full restores before I go in here.
The one time in a game when you'll probably do this, like, en masse.
Yeah. And it's good that, like, all the best things are sold at Indigo Plateau.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go hunting this stuff down. But yeah, in case you've never played a Pokemon game before, which, I mean, statistically probably doesn't describe you, given, you know, our viewership.
Right.
The Pokemon League typically features 5 consecutive trainer battles in which you are unable to backtrack to the healer or the Pokemon Center, and you're kind of just reliant on whatever items you have with you to heal, and of course, you know, your own skill and strategy to not get beat up too bad. It's basically like the only time the game ever really forces you through a gauntlet.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's a 4-trainer gauntlet. Before the end, if they don't know what's coming.
which is too bad, because I actually like this concept. Like, I kind of wish there were more, honestly. And this might be kind of like a controversial / poorly thought out idea on my part, but like, I kind of wish gyms worked like that. Where as soon as you enter the gym, like, you talk to the guy, and like you initiate the gym challenge, and until you defeat the leader or get knocked out, you have to, like, you can't leave the gym. Like you have to fight
Or
all
if you leave, it just resets.
You have to fight all the trainers, solve the puzzle, and fight the gym leader.
Well,
without
Sun and... Oh yeah, there's Cerebi again. The elusive Cerebi.
You wouldn't look up their rosters ahead of time, would you, Trey?
No, that's a terrible idea. I already knew what they have.
Don't tell me our new champion's a dirty cheater.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, what was I gonna say? Shit.
The Sun and Moon Captain's Trials are kind of like that, I think.
Yeah, the Captain's Trials kind of were that, because you were barred in. Like, you needed to save before going in.
Yeah. And I don't remember that too well, so maybe... Like, you're sure... Oh, you've played that gen twice, so that is how it works then? Yeah. That's good.
You can't...
It's like a challenge.
You can't leave the trial until it's over. And then it's always capped off with the totem Pokemon, which is no pushover. They are good. They're boss mons.
Because, like, think about that. When you can't leave the gym, all of a sudden, the question doesn't become like, well, I have to fight all these trainers because once I beat the gym leader, I can't get their experience anymore. To, do I fight this trainer for the chance of getting the experience, or do I avoid them so my Pokemon don't get beat up too much before I get to the leader? You know, like, all of a sudden there's a decision to be made, and it's more, like, engaging and challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if every gym should work like that, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a missed opportunity that they've only ever really done that with the Pokémon League.
Yeah. Well, and then there was that family in Gen 3, the Winstraits. Winstraits.
That's true.
But right now I'm kind of having trouble fighting this Dugong. We're having a regeneration battle, and it's not going well. Because she can rest infinitely, and I have to deal with manage my own PowerPoint. So I gotta break out the big guns.
Well, thank goodness this was before they introduced the Gen 3 and onward berries.
Oh god.
Because otherwise she'd probably have the good old Chesto Resto strategy.
Yeah. That's such a dick move.
Yeah.
Luckily I have a lightning mon that's just gonna out damage her.
For those who need an explanation, Chesto Resto. I don't know if anyone actually calls it that. Something I read on Smogon a while ago.
Yeah.
As in years ago, but it's like you give your Pokemon a Chesto Berry so that when it uses rest, it fully heals itself and then it immediately wakes up.
Yeah.
So you get like one free heal at the cost of just a turn instead of 3 turns because you're asleep.
You mean you're not gonna waste a move slot by teaching it Sleep Talk?
Of course not.
That's kind of a silly
silly
move.
goose.
Isn't that move only, like, good if you have, like, a Komala?
Oh,
or is Komala just able to fight?
I forgot about that Pokemon.
Yeah, he's kind of weird. Isn't it like when he's asleep, he has, like, way more attack than normal? But, like,
I don't remember.
Certain things can wake him up. Outside of, like, smelling salts. Well, because he can... Oh, that means he can't be, like, poisoned or paralyzed, though, if he's always asleep. That's kind of nice.
It looks like a very painful position that Slowbro is in.
He's got his tail. Is it coming up under him, or is it to the side and coming up in front of him?
I think the tail is going into the shell's mouth.
Uh-huh.
But, like, normally, normally Slowbro is depicted with, like, the shell, like, behind it.
Yeah.
So it looks, based on this sprite, it looks like only the tip of the tail is in the thing's mouth. So it's just, I don't know. It's just not how I'm used to seeing.
Yeah,
Slowbro.
yeah. So this is why Slowking was an improvement. It's always on his head.
So Lorelei is another one of those trainers who's like, she claims to be like the ice type gym leader.
Yeah.
But like
It's
most
winking at us.
most of her Pokemon are just like water types.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were a lot of water ice type Pokemon in Gen 1.
Yeah.
She's kind of a good, like, parallel to, what's his name? Will in Gen 2. Because he does have a lot of psychic types. Because she has 2 psychic types.
But yeah, he was actually honest about his loadout.
Yeah.
God, every Elite Four seems to have one of those, though, because, like,
yeah.
Gen 2 had Karen, who claims to use dark types, but then she's got like a Vileplume and a Gengar.
Yeah.
And like Gengar, okay, I'll give it to you, but Vileplume, no.
Okay, but she did have two of the coolest Darkmons, though. She has an Umbreon and a Houndoom.
Oh, yeah, Houndoom.
And Houndoom is not a pushover.
Yeah,
The thing is legit.
Houndoom is so awesome, but why can you only get him in Kanto?
I know. I guess you can use him for the post-game quest.
I guess, but like I don't want to train up a whole new team just for like the post game.
Dude, I think it's worth it to wait to get a good Firemon until then. If you don't have Quilava, Quilava is the best choice for Firemons outside of. Well, I guess you can get Magmar, but Magmar's kind of slow.
Yeah, well, you know, Magmar is actually not that slow in my recollection, but its problem is
He's
it's
like
just kind of a
average.
glass cannon.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that good at what it does to justify, like, its inadequacies in other areas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she just annihilated Lad.
Yeah.
That's the strength of ice types, man.
So I see that you didn't, like, level up everybody that much.
No, just Salamence and Big Bird.
Yeah, we're gonna be winning these battles by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like going in like this. Like, you got a legendary and you got yourself a pseudo, but like, it's still going to be a challenge to fight these guys. You can't just rely on them.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's kicking my buns. Luckily, Marcel is like super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of course, because it's the computer, the horribly inaccurate blizzard hits every time.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
also super dead.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll just have to wear her down. I don't know why I don't send out Mermista. Mermista could have just like literally weathered the storm.
Ooh, that's a cool back sprite. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look at all like Dragonite, but it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, why did I do this? She's gonna destroy
Got a little
Salamence.
Spyro.
Oh, no!
I thought I was gonna one-shot her. This is
It
not
seemed
good.
like a good idea on paper, but then...
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Was Big Bird not alive? Big Bird had HP! I could have just used Thunder. What was I doing?
Oh, yeah, and
Well, join us next time for episode 31 of Pokemon Red when we try the Elite Four again.
Oh, no! Oh, wait,
Lord.
super... Why does she use a super potion?
I don't know. You would think she would have a high...
Yeah, that's your only saving grace here if you don't grind, is that the AI is still, like, dumb as rocks.
Yeah. You know, if she would have paralyzed.
Like, why would anyone use a super potion on your level 56 Lapras?
Yeah. Like, this thing has a bunch of HP. Like, she has a lot of HP naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a tough icebreaker for the race to the Elite Four. See, I'm 20 years later, and I just now get the joke of Lorelei.
Oh, is that... Yeah, it's kind of a stretch, but I'll accept it.
I don't think that was intentional.
All right, I'll see myself out then.
Because they use the same euphemisms in Japan as we do here in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, why didn't he see that pun?
I'm your icebreaker. Wink, wink.
You know, I'm kind of sad we don't get the full Lorelei sprite from Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because
Wait, didn't they expand her her role in the story a little bit? Like, she shows up once in a while to like take on some Team Rocket grunts.
Yeah, she takes on some grunts, and she kind of watches you from afar to make sure you're doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
She's your nanny. She's your
Boy,
hot
nothing
nanny.
gives me a sense of like overcoming adversity like a nanny.
Yeah. So yeah, Lorelei's gone. We got to go on to Bruno, who does not give me any trouble
Okay,
whatsoever.
is it just me? But like, look at Bruno's front sprite. Doesn't it look like he has a black sensor bar over like his midsection?
Okay, as soon as he comes back, I'll have to look at it.
Like a really long one, but still.
No one can see these abs. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Like, he looks like he's just naked.
His front sprite is just Kylo Ren without a shirt.
Mom said it was my turn to play the Xbox.
Also, I
like
think
his
this
little-
is the only This is the only Pokemon League where they have different music in each room.
Yeah.
And, like, it's all music from previous parts of the game, but...
I like this Pokemon League because it's a straight line, and a lot of the new ones are like choose your own path kind of Elite Fours.
Well, and a lot of the new ones will have you, like, walking up a giant spiral staircase for a minute, and then watching a cutscene of, like, the room lighting up and, like,
it's
gears
like really
spinning into
gratuitous.
place. It's just like, just let me fight the damn trainer.
That's one thing I'll say about Gen 5. Gen 5 was very, very much like that.
Like, spectacle is great and all, but, like, you gotta keep it in check somehow.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste too much time with that stuff, because, like, especially with Pokemon, like, you're gonna be fighting these guys repeatedly to, like, get money and level up your team.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, it might be cool the first time, but, like, especially if you lose and you have to sit through that stuff every time you attempt it again, it's just like... I mean, I guess you probably won't lose because in the more recent gens, they don't allow the Elite Four members to carry more than 4 Pokemon, but...
Yeah, they really gimped them in later generations.
That's why they're called the Elite Four, because they only carry 4 Pokemon.
Oh, boy.
At least they do now. These guys they had like full teams back in the day. They were formidable.
Yeah, full teams
mostly.
of Onyx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that, the top of the top in all of trainerdom being formidable.
Yeah, I love
having
that
full teams of powerful mons.
I love that Lorelei is this kind of like tough challenge to start out with, and then you get to Bruno and you just like completely sweep his team.
Oh yeah, I took 0 damage this entire. Okay, a little damage.
Lorelei
Why
is
did he use
actually one
X
of the
defend?
stronger.
What is this
I don't
guy's
know.
damage?
Lorelei is actually
Oh.
way stronger than Bruno. They just put her at the start because of the icebreaker joke. She's like,
And now
alright, fine.
now he goes for Fisher on a flying type.
Yeah, it wouldn't have hit me anyway.
Oh my, Trey, why didn't you put in a laugh track there? That was like,
Maybe
that was
I will in the
laughable.
end. Yeah. Well, I don't think he had any super effective moves against me, so he was just kind of doing everything he could.
He didn't have anything?
I think he has Rock Slide, but I don't know why he didn't use it. Maybe I need to go look at his moveset.
He could probably kill you in one hit with Rock Slide. What?
Yeah,
Oh, my lord.
Machamp has amazing strength.
Yeah, but not an amazing intellect, apparent. Well, you know what? I'm not going to
No.
blame this on Machamp. This is your fault, Bruno. I hope you're
Yeah.
happy. I'm glad you got banned from the Celadon City gym.
Oh, wait, is that a thing?
No, well, it's a thing in our playthrough.
Oh yeah.
Remember, everybody.
Oh yeah.
There's no boys allowed in the Celadon City gym, so you have to like cross-dress to sneak inside.
Well, remember they let him in because he just looks so stupid in his costume. They had to let him in.
They took
It's
pity on him.
He just wore a big bra over his bare chest and a
Yeah.
wig.
They took pity.
You're giving him crap for not using the right Pokemon moves, but like, this is the dude that tried to sneak into the all-women's gym wearing only a bra.
They felt bad for him because they saw he had an Onyx on his team.
Yeah.
No, 2 Onyxes.
Oh no, it's true. Maybe he uses them like nunchucks. Maybe he's that strong.
Yeah. He doesn't play by the rules.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Agatha is like a little bit more of a challenge. Like, she doesn't give me as much trouble as like Lorelei, but like she's definitely tougher than Bruno. Like Bruno's just like not even worth mentioning.
Before we move on too far, Gengar's sprite really makes me laugh because his eyes would point 2 different directions.
Yeah.
He looked kind of goobery.
He's a goofy ghost, all right.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
here
just-
it
Talking
comes.
about how much of a goober Gengar looks like right as we get Golbat on the screen.
Yeah. Well, he's making a fool out of me too. He's already confused me.
They should have called him Goobat. Am I right, lads?
Ugh. I don't know.
Goobat. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Ice Beam. There we go. He's gone.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
evil is defeated.
Get that evil out of here. Also help me.
Oh yeah.
See, now we just get Haunter's creepy hands.
What if that was actually how it went in Monsters Inc? Get that evil out of here, or so help me.
He's got like some sage and a vanishing rod.
It's like a little
Mike
cross.
Wazowski's like making a cross with his fingers, like get that evil out of this house, or so help me.
Oh boy. Mike Wazowski, vampire killer.
So I'm not actually faster than Haunter because I'm vastly underleveled, but she doesn't have any moves that can really hurt me a lot. So I'm actually kind of like kicking Haunter's ass.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I forget, doesn't she still have like a Vileplume or something? Or is that Karen I'm thinking of?
You're thinking Karen, I believe. Okay. I think she's the Pokemon she's got left is one Arbok and one Gengar.
Wait, oh yeah, she got another Gengar, yeah.
That's another thing about these early Elite Four trainers is that like there weren't enough Pokemon for them to have like a formidable team of like different Pokemon, so they would just give them like multiples of like a really good one.
Yeah, and then you got friggin' Lance who has like
I have 5 Dragonites.
Yeah, it's like good luck fighting these.
Yeah.
The Red's over there like, I think this is cheating, but okay.
Yes.
Part of me thinks this is cheating. So yeah, here. Oh god, look at that level spike.
I kind of like Gengar's expression, to be honest. Like he's kind of got that like that lopsided smile. It suits him.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if they were gonna put both of his eyes facing forward. And then they're like, oh no, it's not right. So they like shifted everything to the side.
Well, I think they're trying to do a perspective thing where they like tilt his head to the side, but because they didn't angle one of his eyes properly, so instead it just looks like he's making this derpy face.
I wonder if that was another one of those late night, like I just have to get this sprite done, kind of designs.
Yeah. Before we get too far away from Agatha, I always kind of liked that she, like, calls out Professor Oak, like, personally. Because Professor Oak is, like, you know, he's like your Obi-Wan. He's like your mentor figure. The guy who, like, got you started and taught you what you know. And she's just like, yeah, he's full of beans. That guy doesn't know he doesn't know his Caterpie from his Butterfree.
Why do you think he's employing children to do his dirty work?
Yeah.
What a terrible scientist.
I mean, it's me like reading way too deep into this children's media, but it does kind of subconsciously tell you like, maybe there's more to this than you thought there was. Like, are you really are your strategies and your knowledge gonna hold up against like the Elite Four? Answer: yes, they're idiots.
Yeah.
Is Professor Oak truly full of beans, like she said?
Like she literally said in the text.
What kind of beans?
You try to
Black,
cut him with like
pinto,
a butter knife.
Refried.
Green beans.
Chili beans.
Oh yeah, there's Cerebi again. There she goes.
What does Lance have again? Oh yeah, Dragonite. Lots of Dragonite.
Speaking of vampire killers.
Do.
Oh god, he does have a cape and dark hair. You know what he needs? The creepy facial hair.
Yeah, he's just Dracula.
Lance throws away his wine
and now
glass.
he's Vegeta.
Come at me. Wait, no,
how about you? Look like
there
Vegeta. We go. He looks like King Vegeta because King Vegeta has a cape. Oh yeah, so when I started this fight, I thought he was gonna intimidate me, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's Gen 1. That's not a thing yet.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, turn 1, baby.
Instead, he used Leer.
Yeah.
He glared menacingly at my bird.
Oh yeah, here's the first of many dragons. Good luck.
He's warming you up.
Yeah.
Is Lance first... Pardon my poor memory. Is Lance the first trainer to battle you with a Dragonair up to this point?
I think so. I don't think any other trainers have dragons.
Because for a lot of people, this would be like their first time seeing it if this is, you know...
Yeah, if they didn't catch
if they're just like playing this game fresh for the first time.
Yeah. Jeez, that crit.
Man.
And they're not ready for the horrors of Dragonite yet.
Yeah. He's no pushover. Like, he's tough. Plus, a lot of people may not have known what was good against dragons either.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you got
because
lucky,
no matter what starter you have, probably your starter is going to be like your ace in the hole, because you've had it the longest. But then you try to use your stab moves on these things and they don't work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
plus
by this
it's
point,
like, oh yeah, water beats fire, fire beats plant, plant beats water. What beats the ultimate being? That's like not even real.
Well, according to The Hobbit, an arrow.
True.
That's how they killed
Cool, I'll just get my
Smaug.
arrow type Pokemon.
Yeah.
How is his name said?
We need Decidueye.
Yeah, we need Decidueye.
It's Smaug.
Well, yeah, this is, if you haven't got, I didn't get any of the fossil type Pokemon in this playthrough, so this may be another first time for seeing a
Aerodactyl.
fossil. Yeah.
He's the arrow type.
Yeah.
The arrow type.
Guys, I promise Lance is hard.
Right.
This is a fluke. Oh my god, we're doing it.
I wasted a turn.
Bonk.
Just fucking slam.
What did he slam
He's like-
me with?
Yeah.
Himself?
He just bumped into me. Look at his big old belly. He just bumped me.
I mean, that doesn't look intimidating. That just looks like cuddly. Okay, question. So
I
I'm
don't
guessing.
know. Have
I'm
you
guessing.
seen Ord and Dragon Tales?
Yeah, there goes. Marcel's not living through this. Does
No.
Hyper Beam? Because I know that does he have to recharge this turn?
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's a cheater.
Oh, what the hell?
Because I was gonna say there's a glitch in Gen 1 with like status ailments, like your Pokemon. If your Pokemon defeats the opponent Pokemon while poisoned,
Yeah.
you won't suffer from poison that turn. And it
Oh,
looks like
yeah,
the
that's
same thing
right.
holds true for Hyper Beam, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Where
God.
he can use Hyper Beam with reckless abandon because
It's a strong
the
move.
counter to it doesn't work due to a glitch.
Yeah.
Where you would have been had you been one more challenge ahead.
Oh yeah. There's one more dude I gotta fight. It's my brother.
He's blue.
Yeah.
Dabba-dee. Dabba-die.
Just imagine
We're gonna
if you
die.
if you were just a little bit quicker in defeating the Elite Four, it would have gone from this like grand thing where it's like, oh my god, he's the champion now, you gotta be the champion and be the new champion, to like, oh, you beat the champion and now your rival's back and you just kind of like smack him down.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
funny if he was like weaker when you fought him this
Yeah.
time.
He's like, I'm gonna challenge you and become the real okay, bye. I guess I'll just give up now.
It's been said many times before, but it really does bear repeating that, like, it's super important in a game like this that the final boss is, like, a character that you have a relationship with.
Yeah.
And, like, you have, like, some impetus to, like, defeat.
Yeah.
And it seems like they only ever really got that right the first time. Like, I'm not saying, like, there are other champions that are good in their own way, like,
Keeps peeking out.
Yep.
the timid
Curious.
little mouse.
Wants to
Like,
know.
Cynthia's a good champion just due to, like, how, like, tough her team is.
Yeah. Well, and she's very involved with the plot of the game too. So you're like
Yeah.
in and out talking to her all the time.
Yeah, sorta. Or like, I thought it was cool in Sun and Moon. By the way, we're just full on spoilers for the entire series right now. But I thought it was cool how in Sun and Moon, like, Dan, what you were describing actually happens. Like, after you defeat the Elite Four, you become the champion of Alola, and the final boss is you fighting Professor Kukui as your first challenger.
I thought it was gonna be your fight your rival, because it's like in Sun and Moon you're the rival character.
You know what it should have been? And, like, they would have had to written this story slightly differently for this to work, but it should have been Lily. Because that
Honestly,
story is
yeah.
about Lily. And, like,
Yeah, it's
her
her
becoming
story.
more, like, self-assertive and, like, open to the idea of, like, being a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
So it should have culminated with you battling her in, like, a really tough fight.
And smacking her down and crushing her dreams.
And crushing
right
her
away.
dreams, yeah. Because, yeah. See, that's the problem. See, that's the problem with making the main character of Pokemon stories not the player character.
Yeah.
Is that they can never succeed in their goals if they oppose you.
Uh-huh. Unless it's just like a battle that you have to lose because she's just using this OP, invincible, like, cosmic Pokemon.
I mean,
Yeah.
Cosmog is a cosmic Pokemon. So yeah, here's Trainer Blue. He's very powerful, but I got a correct team to fight to counter him. So I'm doing pretty well.
He's very powerful, but also dumb as rocks.
Yeah.
I got the through much skill and trial, I have the correct team to deal with him. Toxic and Leech Seed.
Yep. It's an unstoppable combo. Unless I'm
Hey
one
man,
shot.
it doesn't say anything about that in the Hall of Fame. It just says Trainer Red, champion.
Yeah. Just says I'm the best.
By any means necessary.
He's a dirty
Also,
cheater.
I don't feel like we've really commented on the music in this game a whole lot. Mostly the anime. But this
Mostly
theme
a
rocks.
particular song.
This is
this
such a
theme
good
is-
song.
Yeah, it's the only place it plays too.
Yep.
The this one and the champion theme in Gen 2 are stellar tracks.
Oh yeah, I think the Gen 2 champion theme especially works well for Red. Because it incorporates like the Pokemon opening theme into the intro.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, I've heard this all before, Joe. Stop repeating yourself.
So yeah, here's the final mon. It's Charizard. It's the first mon we
Charizard.
fought.
You're not gonna flex on him and kill him with Venusaur?
No, he would use flamethrower on me and immediately destroy him. That's good. He ain't that good.
Charizard would just pull out a flamethrower. Torch you.
No,
So, yeah.
my son.
Yeah, you pick Bulbasaur, and then your rival just picks a can of weed killer.
Oh, now he's just a frog again.
Oh, it like de-evolves him like in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
They just turned that guy into a chimp. Oh hey, we beat the game. Awesome.
Yeah. Time to turn it off, everyone. Good night.
And once again, Blue has a unique sprite for this battle. Now he has a jacket. I guess. I had everything. The jacket, the Pokemon. Darn it!
After this, it's like that one episode of Simpsons where Blue is just like sadly walking away from the Pokemon League, and it starts raining, and it melts his jacket off of him.
Oh yeah. Oh, acid rain again. Well, there's the line. Because you're an idiot?
Blue, do you understand why you lost? Because you suck. I hate you. Red is my new nephew now.
Blue is just kind of left to fend for himself now.
Yeah, this part always kind of made me uncomfortable when I like played it myself, because it was like, even though he was my rival, it was like that. It was just kind of one of those situations where you're like at your friend's house, and then their parents come in and yell at them for something,
Yeah.
and you're just sitting there like,
You brought shame upon our family, Blue. I hope you're happy. Good old Big Bird. I love how the Hall of Fame is just a giant empty room with a computer in the middle.
Yeah. It's a further credence to my my creepypasta theory. This is all just a big machine.
Yeah.
The Pokemon League machine.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's just a cog in it.
And that's the machine, just this old, like,
Yeah,
90s
it's the machine.
Like, compact computer.
This Windows 95 ass computer.
Uh-huh. Hey, that's probably what you were using back in the day playing this game. Another good tune here, the Hall of Fame music. Always happy to hear this in the new Pokemon games. Gen 5 had a really good rendition of this. It was kind of like an electronic version. And then, of course, Gen 3 added like a little extra bit to the end.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
Yeah, just in time for the credits.
Yeah.
Director
You
Satoshi
missed
Tajiri.
your grand celebration in
I
the Hall of
did.
Fame.
I hate to ask this, but can you guys give me a timestamp?
35, 14, 15, 16, 17, etc.
Awesome. Cool.
It's going to be awkward in the episode.
Yeah. Oh well.
You should just edit it out so that when it gets to crediting Red, he's just not there.
Wait, Red was one of the developers?
No, when it was like in the Hall of Fame and it's showing all your Pokemon,
Oh.
and then it gets to like Red, he's just not there because Red wasn't here.
You just put like a white box over him.
Because I died.
He didn't show up. He ran late.
It wouldn't be an
He was-
episode of Pokemon without a little mess up.
Yeah, Red was 3 hours late to the Hall of Fame ceremony because he was he was getting into character for his sloth persona.
We'll have to link that to that article.
Knob! It's Knob!
There he is.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Toru Iwata.
Oh.
And pad testing.
We've seen a lot of famous names in here.
Yeah. Like Nidoking?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Parasect.
Why does the
Yeah.
end sign look like it's written in paint?
It was written in Mario Paint.
Answer,
Yeah,
because it
that's,
was.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of Pokemon Red. We did it. Our boy Lad persevered all the way to the end.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Until he relied on Vaporeon to defeat Charizard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Hey, I didn't want to see my boy burn to a crisp. I love him too much.
Yeah, he's gotta be there gotta be awake for the victory party.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So final
hope we
thoughts on
can-
Pokemon Red? Now that
I
it's over.
still really enjoy Gen 1. It's its own special little weird game to play in the series. Like, there's not a lot of the mechanics and, like, typing and polish of later gens, but it's still fun. Like, the seeds of greatness are there.
Yeah. Gen 1 has a lot of problems. A lot of problems. But at the end of the day, maybe it's not the poopliest after all.
The poop list.
These commentaries are filmed before a live studio audience.
Yeah. Joe, what are your final thoughts?
I think you guys kind of hit the nail on the head. Like, Gen 1, obviously it lacks the quality of life features added in later games, some of, like, the depth of mechanics. Like, you're missing the breeding, the stats are a little more basic, there aren't as many useful moves or types or everything, the balance is a little wonky. But it's very pure, It's like the pure idea of Pokemon. Like, there's not a whole lot, like, impeding what like this game is about, which is going on an adventure to like catch Pokemon and become like the best trainer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, this is the game that all other Pokemon games are trying to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like and they've got the different elements. Like you've got the the Pokédex quest and like the gym leaders and the Team Rocket plot, but it's all kind of based around like the intrinsically intriguing idea of Pokemon and people's like relationship with them, and that's very consistent throughout the game, in all the little threads, like your rival with like Giovanni and Team Rocket, with like Oak, and I appreciate the simplicity. Like it just feels very focused, and I like to see I like to see that in art when they know what it's about, and like they do everything to like strengthen that idea.
It's got like a vision and a world. Like it feels immersive.
Yeah, and I can definitely see why later Pokemon games might want to get away from some of the more like vanilla aspects like that, just to because you've been working on the same series for 20 years, like you're gonna get burned out. That's understandable, but like I feel like at times they've gotten a little too far away from like what's really appealing about Pokemon. And in my opinion, you know, it's not like having this epic, complicated narrative with all these like themes that don't really have anything to do with Pokemon, or about like epic like cinematic moments, you know.
Yeah.
It's just about going on an adventure with like your magical animal buddies. And Gen 1, you know, for all its faults, Gen 1 does that very well. And, you know, obviously a lot of people agree because, you know, these games, like just the core concept of Pokemon was so appealing that, like, in spite of all of its flaws, you know, it just became like a juggernaut.
Yeah, it was a phenomena.
Yeah. And
it was already big in Japan by the time it came here, so they kind of had a head start on like the marketing and design. So when it hit here, it was just like crack. We freaking ate that shit up.
Yeah, it's just such an appealing concept, and like I know, I especially have been pretty cynical and negative at times throughout this playthrough, and I apologize for that. You know, I don't mean to like ruin anybody's enjoyment or rain on anybody's parade, but like I just and you gotta believe me, it comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
Like if Pokemon were like the concept of Pokemon were handled more in the vein of how like Mario and Zelda are handled, where each game is kind of treated as its own thing, and like given the appropriate amount of time to be like the best possible game it can be without like any concession. Well, okay, not any concessions, but without making like massive concessions to like be on time with the anime and the merchandise and like brand consistency. I think Pokemon would be like the greatest game ever made if they just like, you know, cut the BS and just like go all out, just like make the absolute best game you can, because you have the resources and you have the rights to this IP.
Well, they're kind of like hindered, like you said, by their own machine. Like they have baggage.
The machine.
Yeah.
How do we stop printing money?
So James works at the Pokemon company?
Yeah, after
Jesse,
Rocket,
the money machine is malfunctioning!
Oh no, the boss is gonna be so mad!
I can't do a good Jessie. She's got too unique of a voice.
I can! No, wait.
Nice try, Joe.
She's more snooty.
Swing and a miss.
One day. Well, hey, that's the finale of Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
What's up? What's next on the menu, Maestro?
Oh, I don't know, but like at the end of our longest video ever by this point.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's mostly just because of me talking after the game ended. But yeah. Next up on the main game block is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Yes.
Yet another turn-based JRPG, but hopefully it's distinct enough to keep you guys entertained. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys that game. And I guess we'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Until then.